But Kristin is business and lifestyle strategist, host of the Renew podcast. She's also author of You're Not For Everyone, But You Can Be For Everyone, which we're going to talk about a little bit today.
Okay.
A little bit. Have some inspiration from it.
Nice.
So Kristin, it was like BC 2020,
I don't
2019?
remember life. I think it was 2019.
Before COVID, BC?
I think it was before COVID.
Yeah. We were like out on a balcony somewhere doing a podcast.
Yes.
Had your book come out yet?
No.
Okay, so we hadn't even talked about your book yet.
Right. I know. It's been a minute.
So tell us what's happening then, and tell us about the book, and then we're going to get into our topic, which is the cost of bad business.
So we have Vanessa watching on Facebook. We have a couple of people joining.
Nice.
So
Good morning. Thank you.
Hello,
Welcome if you're
friends.
watching on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn.
hey, Kristin, Bailey just joined.
Look at that. We've got everybody joining
Good
in
morning.
this morning.
Everybody's
This is
up.
Awesome.
Bright and early.
I know. I like it.
So tell us how you've been. Tell us about your book.
Been good. I mean, BC, it's been a long time. I can't
Yeah.
believe, now that thinking back, it's been a long time because you guys weren't in this
yeah, we weren't
crazy
here.
awesome new studio, which
Yeah.
is good. But it's been fun. I took full advantage of COVID and quarantine and really pushed to get the book out sooner than we had originally planned. So we
Yeah.
upped our time frame a little bit. So it's been fun. It was really cool getting it out and having it out in the world.
Yeah. And tell us a little bit inside the book, what the book is about.
Inside the book. Okay, so here's where it came about. The book's titled You're Not For Everyone. And I've kind of always been that person where, I might be described as a lot, but I wasn't always like that. So what was interesting is, throughout my life, I think the older have gotten, I've started to realize that it's okay to just be you and not try to cater to everyone else, not try to round out your edges or just stay squarely in your comfort zone. So people kept asking, and this kept coming up with my clients that I was working with, either
Yeah.
personally or professionally. And I was like, I got to get this down because there are a lot of things people could do to just, still be who they want to be and still be awesome and still help others, but really to step into themselves and be themselves. So that's why we did it.
Yeah. Awesome. I love it. By the way, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that you were wearing your animal print earrings and shoes.
I knew I was going to be in the jungle with
Yes.
Whitney today, so
Thank you.
I did have my favorite shoes on. I got
Thank
my animal
you.
print earrings. I got you covered.
I appreciate you
Trying
for
to
representing.
fit in.
This
So.
is awesome. Okay. So part of what I want to pull inspiration from this. So we're going to talk about the cost of bad business.
Yes.
And it's really great that I am married to the producer and we have talks in the car. And he was like, so what are you going to talk to Kristin about this morning? And I was like, well, I was really thinking that the cost of bad business, you have to set the foundation first to even know what that means.
Yes.
So like, what's a good client? What is good business to you? What is ideal versus like, what is not? What would be bad? Be that like the client relationship itself of who you're working with.
Mm-hmm.
On your podcast last week, we talked about, do you come from like this standpoint of positivity versus negativity?
Right.
So either showcasing your benefits versus like possibly tearing down your competition or
Mm-hmm.
focusing on how something doesn't work rather than what it does. And it plays into several things that you talk about in your book, which is building your network.
Yes.
Because if you don't have your foundation, you don't even know where to begin to build
For sure.
your network. So let's
Yes.
talk about that first before I share all the secrets in your book.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I think building your network is key, but before you can do that, you really need to know who your people are.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always say, it starts with finding your people. And it could be in your personal friend group, or it could be professionally, because a lot of times people get into business and they try to be all things to all people. And they're
Yeah.
miserable. I'll be talking with a client and they're like, well, this client's driving me nuts. And it's usually because they're not their person. They're just not an ideal target market. Target marketing, we all talk about. We talk about it's a great buzzword in business. Who's your target market? But it goes deeper than that. It's
It
not
does.
just, I want to work with, millennials. It's who in that target market? How do you describe them? And the more you can find the people that you enjoy being around, then it just gets easier to work with them.